Hey everyone, Zach Z here with Z Squared Gaming, coming at you with another pickup video. So this time I actually had a couple of friends reach out to me. First one actually being RollingRetro. He's the one who kind of got me going here on YouTube by doing a game room tour of my game room here. And so if you have not checked him out, to go ahead and check him out. RollingRetro, it's all one word, and he's a great guy, throws out some good content, and just looking to hopefully kind of work off each other and maybe do another collab in the future. I'd like to actually get my game room set up even better than it was the last time and do another game room tour by showing off a lot more of my stuff. So hopefully that will be in the future, and I'll of course probably be doing my own game room tours as well, but he did it a very good job, and probably gonna maybe do an update version later on at some point for that. So he actually needed some cash real quick for a deal that he was doing, so he reached out to me and offered me some stuff, and I looked over it. I needed quite a few of the games, and then some other stuff as well, as you'll see in the video here. So I of course agreed to it, and we met up, and so I'll just go over real quick. There's a few Genesis games. Looks like a boxed Game Boy Advance game that actually didn't have the cartridge, which I was fine with, and then some other stuff as well too. Of course, you'll be seeing that as we get there. I'll start off with the stuff that I already had. So I actually thought that I needed a couple more of these, but apparently not. I hadn't looked everything up, but some good stuff to have for resale anyway. So I'll actually be bringing it to my next swap that I'm doing, and then of course if it doesn't sell there, maybe I'll throw them up on eBay. But got NBA Jam on the Genesis, got Tasmania on the Genesis, and I believe all these are complete if I remember correctly. I got Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I believe this was actually a not for resale. Yep. It's actually a not for resale cartridge, but the case itself was actually not just a regular version, so it's a little bit different than what it should be. But and I think this is, yep, it is actually still Sonic 2, but just the not for resale version on the outside cover. So, and then I don't know if you saw it, it was missing the manual as well too. So then the last one here is Kid Chameleon. This one is missing the manual as well, and then the label was pretty beat up, but of course I'll be dropping that in price for when I'm reselling it. So then still from RollingRetro, these are the things that I actually needed for my collection. I'm going to probably break up all my kind of pickup videos and how this is done, so you can kind of see what's going into the collection, what's not. But the one going into the collection that I mentioned, the Game Boy Advance game without the cartridge, it does have the manual and the cartridge, or the box itself. I have it in a box protector. It's actually in a really good shape. It's got a little bit of bowing, but and a little bit of kind of creases on the bottom there, and then kind of concave type of thing. But Pac-Man World, like I said, that's missing the actual cartridge itself. I'm sure I'll probably pick up loose cartridge. That's probably one of the systems that I pick up loose cartridges for is Game Boy Advance, because it's usually hard to get the cardboard type of thing for the case itself. So, and then getting actually back into Genesis here, I have a Tiny Toons Adventures Buster's Hidden Treasure. This box is actually in pretty rough shape, but I put it in another protector here to kind of keep it better. So, and this one does actually, I think it has, if I remember correctly, the manual as well, but it does not have the insert to keep the cartridge from moving. So I don't know if you can hear or not, but when I shift it here, you can hear the cartridge sliding around. But I believe I do already have the plastic case variant of this, but I didn't have the cardboard one, so that goes into the collection. Another one here that's kind of in rough shape. It's not that worth too much, but just needed it for the collection, as Wayne Gretzky 99, I think. Oh, I'm sorry, Wayne Gretzky and the NCLPA All-Stars. And this actually has a ripped top to it, kind of damaged all the way around, kind of kind of normal for the old Genesis games in the cardboard cases. So he also had a couple of loose games that I needed for the collection. Oddly enough, I thought I had it, but I did need it when I looked over it, is the Maximum Carnage. That's in the red cart. Don't think there's too many odd colored other than black cartridges, so that was kind of cool that they made that red for Carnage. And then I have a loose Columns. Kind of surprised I didn't have that one as well. I think it might have Columns 3 if I remember correctly, complete, but I didn't have the first one. So then a couple of other ones here that I needed. I believe these are all complete. These actually have a little bit more value. Yep, this one is complete, is the Adventures of Mighty Max. So it looks like a platformer, side-scrolling platformer. And then the one that actually held the most value, but I still needed for the collection, so it's going there, Space Invaders 91. And that one is complete as well, too. Looks like it does have a little bit of cover art damage on the back, and then the UPC is actually cut out of the actual cover work itself as well, too. So those were all the games that I got from Rolling Retro, but the biggest place where the worth that he kind of was giving to me, or selling to me, of course, is actually in the form of a bunch of Nintendo Powers. So I'll go through them real quick here. They all actually have their posters, so they're actually some pretty cool ones. So we got Nintendo Power Volume 92. I was actually reading Mario Kart 64 on the front there. So they're actually in pretty decent shape too. I'll have to try to get some protectors or something for some of these, especially the older ones here. These will all be going into the collection. I didn't have any of these Nintendo Powers. So this is volume 72. It's got Kirby on the front there. Like I said, they all have their maps and posters. So yeah, I think I was there. Yeah, here we go. I thought I put these in order, but I wonder if they're in backwards order. Yeah, they are. So you'll actually get older and older as you see them. So Donkey Kong, and that's number 61. This one does actually have a few minor, I don't know, they're not, they're creases on the cover, but that's a cool Metroid one. Is it Super Metroid? Yeah, Super Metroid. Looks like it does have some damage down here too, but I don't care too much about that. Of course, if I find a better one, I will upgrade that in the future. This one's number 60. And then we got number 55. It looks like Aladdin. This one does have some, looks like someone had written on it. I can actually see it says NBA Jam. So again, that's Aladdin. And then the next one here is volume 53. Super Star Wars The Emperor Strikes Back. Pretty cool one with Yoda on the front of it. And I can't remember. We looked at a bunch of these actual posters, but some of them are really cool. I can't remember. Oh yeah, that's a Secret of Mana. It's a pretty cool poster. Again, that was volume 53. Next one is volume 52, Super Mario All-Stars, which is actually pretty cool with Super Mario RPG coming out on the Switch. Looking forward to that. Alright, the next one here is volume 44, and that's Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. Looks like he's in a firefighting costume there. So all these are in pretty decent shape. It's just the cover that have a little bit of damage to them. Looks like this one just has a crease on the second page because of how that cover works. But not too worried about that. Got Star Wars on the front of this one. Super Star Wars is the actual name that it's covering. Let's see, volume 42. So got Vader on the front of that one. And then this one is actually not an actual Nintendo Power, but a Mario Mania Nintendo Player's Guide. So this one actually has, looks like all Mario stuff. It's pretty cool. So that's I don't think that's it is official Nintendo seal of quality on here, but it's not a Nintendo Power, I don't believe so. But still pretty cool to add into the collection. So it has just some creases on the back. So next kind of set of stuff here is one of my high school friends reached out to me and knew that I was into video game collecting, and her son actually was looking to get some money for a Switch game. Actually, I think it was Tears of the Kingdom, and so she, of course, said that she was wondering if I wanted to buy the stuff from him instead of him going to GameStop or going onto Facebook Marketplace or something like that. But I asked for pictures, of course, and so she sent them. And so I saw one particular game that I was really interested in because I didn't have it in my collection. So I will actually, of course, go through the other games that I actually have and that aren't going into collection, but I'll actually be having them for sale. Of course, just to kind of recoup some of the money that I spent. That bundle from the friend from high school did include 2 Wiis. I think each of them had a nunchuck and 1 remote, and then all the cords and powers and everything. So they were basically 2 complete Wiis. And then just a bunch of games here, and I'll go over them real quick here. And the very last couple of games will be what I needed for the collection. There aren't actually too many games that I needed for the collection versus what is here, but I pretty much picked up this whole thing just to get the couple of games that I wanted for the collection. So, of course, there's a Wii Sports. I think this one was complete. Oh, no, just missing the manual. I think that this one was actually in pretty decent shape. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, this one will probably need to be resurfaced at some point. But one of the kind of higher up games, but I already had it. It was the original Pikmin on the Wii. It does have the new play control option, and then you can also play it with the. I believe you can actually play it with the. Oh, maybe you can't. I thought maybe you could play it with the GameCube controller too, but it doesn't look like it says. It just says play classic GameCube controllers with enhanced Wii control on the front of it. So cover is a little beat up. I'm not quite sure if that's on the cover art as well too, but I'll probably be swapping out that to make it look a little bit nicer for when I'm trying to sell it. Some of the other ones here: Wii Ski, Sonic and the Secret Rings. Oh, and I dropped it. I'll leave it there. Marvel Superhero Squad. It's got some damage on the bottom, unfortunately, of the cover art. Disney Think Fast. And then Playground. It's got a little bit of creasing on the cover art. It's not that big, expensive game anyways. Epic Mickey 2. Deca Sports. It's actually kind of like a Wii Sports knockoff. It's made by Hudson. I think this is actually starting to go up in value a little bit because so many people have Wii Sports that they want to get some other games to play. It's a ton of different games. Looks like 10 complete sporting events along with the Deca Sports. All right, next one here is Sega Superstars Tennis. Got Sonic on the front there. Need for Speed The Run. And pretty much all these are complete. They're not terribly expensive games anyway, but looks like we got Rise of the Guardians. Ultimate I Spy. Endless Ocean. I think there's a second one or a different Endless Ocean one, and that one's actually the more expensive one. But anyway, kind of a more popular one, Mario Kart. I think actually this bundle had a 1 or 2 of the Nerf wheels as well. So kind of course go with Mario Kart. And then I got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up. I thought I needed this one, but apparently not. Yeah, this one did feel a little bit light. It does have the manual missing. And the next one here is last one of the ones that I didn't need for the collection, Namco Museum Remix. Can't remember if that one has any value or not, but that one is complete. So, Alright, so the next couple of games here are the ones that I am going into the collection. Now I'll start with the kind of cheaper one, Nerf and Strike. I think this one actually does come with like a little, like a Nerf gun that you use to play the game. I think I might actually have one somewhere to kind of go along with this, but I'm sure it probably came in an outer box, which of course this doesn't have, as you can see. So, but I did need the game for the collection, so I'm happy to get that. Of course, any Wii or basically any game going into the collection is a fun one. So, but this next one here is actually now going to be my most expensive Wii game. Incredibly happy, and I actually overpaid for this lot of Wii stuff. The son was asking for, I think, $30 or something like that, and I actually said, nope, not going to pay that. I'm going to pay $100, and it's because of this game. And like I said, it's going into the collection. It's the most value game it's going to be the most value game in my collection now, and that is Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. It is complete. It is very heavy. The manual is actually a pretty heavy book, but never played actually any Fire Emblem games, so at some point I would like to get into these and see what it's all about. And I think this might have just had a small or low print run, or just a lot of people are interested in that type of thing, so I think that's where the value is. And so yeah, I'm very, very happy to be adding this to the collection, especially for the amount that I paid for the whole bundle. I should actually be able to make a majority of it back on just the systems themselves, so that's awesome. I may actually in the future maybe do another deal with them and maybe overpay that one as well to kind of make up for this kind of really good deal that I got from them. So they're really good friends anyways. I actually dated the woman that reached out to me, and we're still friends. We dated in high school, so we have actually continued to stick kind of close, and we kind of will bump into each other at thrift stores sometimes, and I'll go to their church, and but that's it for this video, guys. I'm actually keeping this one kind of short, just kind of like I said from the last video, just trying to kind of get my channel going here with some videos. And so the next one will actually be some quite amazing stories and some pretty good items. I actually already have them, but I'm going to be doing yet another video just to kind of get my videos up and onto the channel. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing and commenting down below. You can certainly give me a hard time about paying only $100 for the Wii lot, but I think I made the son happy by overpaying for what he was actually looking for. I'm not quite sure if he had actually looked up any of the games or not, and maybe he didn't look up the Radiant Dawn, but I did mention to my friend that the more expensive games are actually going into my collection, which was, I thought it was actually the Pikmin. I didn't think I had that one, but I knew for sure that I didn't have the Fire Emblem. But so I'm pretty happy to add that one into the collection, like I said, and I will see you guys on the next one, and be good and do good.